This morning, Dane County officials investigating a shots-fired incident. Will detail what we know so far.
Plus, a blizzard slams the Northeast, how it's impacting flights, including here at home.
In new tariffs response ahead, what we know about President Trump's latest tariff hike and how it could hit your wallet. And good morning, everyone, and welcome to News 3 Now this morning on your Monday, February 23rd. I'm Kyrie Unley.
I'm Chris Stanford. Thank you for joining us. Yeah, the Northeast just getting slammed right now with that bomb cyclone. And here, it's just cold.
Yeah, just cold. You know what? I'd rather go ahead and take the cold than what they're dealing with up there.
Absolutely.
Northeast.
Thinking of those folks up there.
For sure.
Savannah, what are the three things we need to know this morning?
Yeah, well, guys, not as breezy out there right now, but we still got a cool day as a whole to start the work week out. It will have a couple of warmer days in here and there. Tomorrow will be mild, but we do have a chance of snow that's going to return and a wintry mix. I think most of us see that as snow. A clipper-like system will move in and out of here very quickly. And then we've got a warm Friday ahead. It'll be pretty breezy Friday, and it's only going to be one day where we're tracking mild weather. Temperatures, though, are set to reach the mid-20s this afternoon with skies clearing. We're only at 16 right now. A few flurries. We've got a lot of cloud cover, but yeah, expecting that midday sunshine again later this afternoon. We'll have a look at that system that could bring us some more accumulating snowfall tomorrow.
All right, Savannah, thank you. New this morning, Dane County Dispatch confirms a shots-fired incident in the town of Blooming Grove.
Officials say it happened on Gannon Avenue around 7:30 last night. The scene is near Highway 30 and the Department of Corrections. We are working to find out if there are any injuries and other important details.
We're also learning about a stabbing reported last night on Madison's west side. Dane County Dispatch says it happened in the 600 block of Grand Canyon Drive near the U-Haul facility by Westtown Mall. Dispatch says a passerby called 911 to report a disturbance. At this point, it's unclear whether anyone was injured. We are working to confirm more details and will update you here on the air and over on our website, channel3000.com, as we learn more. Now to some national news this morning. Right now, the East Coast is getting pounded with a major winter storm, prompting blizzard warnings in the Northeast.
New York, Pennsylvania, Massachusetts, all declaring states of emergency this morning as they take in roughly 2 feet of snow that's forecasted for many communities up along the Atlantic seaboard. New York City officials now banning all non-essential travel as a deal with its first blizzard warning in 9 years. Meanwhile, the storm also bringing the airline industry essentially to a halt in that region. FlightAware is reporting nearly 3,500 flights canceled yesterday and 7,000 more delayed.
They canceled my flight and we're currently on a standby list, but I'm 20 in line.
I've been sliding through pretty much every light, unfortunately.
National Weather Service also warning that parts of the Northern California area could deal with another snow system today. Let's take a look at FlightAware's misery map. You can see the red on the map along the East Coast, telling us just how many flights are canceled. Also appearing to impact some flights on the West Coast as well. Meantime, in Dane County, at Dane County Regional, we do have several cancellations now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cancellations. Those are to New York's LaGuardia, as well as Washington, D.C.A. and Philadelphia. Those flights are canceled. We also have some delays, including some to Chicago's O'Hare.
6:03 in your consumer news this morning. The White House says it will stand by its current trade deal agreements despite the Supreme Court's decision on Friday. In that ruling, the High Court blocked President Trump's use of the International Emergency Economic Powers Act to impose certain tariffs. Afterward, the president announced a new global tariff, initially set at 10% for 150 days, later increasing it to 15%. Congress would have to approve any extension beyond that 150-day period.
Taking a look at how this is impacting Wall Street this morning, Dow futures are down about 0.3%. S&P futures are down about 0.4, and NASDAQ futures are down about 0.6.
Consumer reporter Michelle Renee Quinn is here now in studio sharing where consumers might feel it the most.
Chris, Kyrion, good morning. Major U.S. companies are continuing to pass tariff costs on to consumers. The Supreme Court ruling applies only to products tariffed under the International Emergency Economic Powers Act. Now, that includes apparel, electronics, toys and sporting goods, smartphones, coffee, and some beef products. The ruling shields U.S. taxpayers from those larger tax increases and wipes out nearly 3/4 of the new tax revenue the Trump administration expected. But many other tariffs and import taxes remain, and with Trump's new tariff move after this ruling, there's still a lot of uncertainty.
My hope is that this decision stops the chaos in how these tariffs are being implemented, because business needs stability, trade needs stability.
President Trump has announced that other 10% tariff on steel, lumber, copper, and auto parts for 150 days unless Congress extends it, on top of existing tariffs on many Chinese imports that already raised prices. The uncertainty is shaking global markets. European stocks opened lower, and EU lawmakers plan an emergency meeting on whether to suspend the U.S.-EU trade deal. The bottom line is tariffs are still here, so consumers will keep paying more overall, but this ruling should offer some relief. Economists also point out that the refund process for companies that already paid these tariffs still remains unclear.
All right, Michelle Renee breaking it down this morning. Thank you. 6:05 here at home. A person has been arrested in connection with a Walworth County death investigation.
The sheriff's department says it happened Saturday night in Elkhorn. Deputies responded to a disturbance call near Pine Court and Boston Drive near the Evergreen Golf Club. First responders say 2 men were injured during a fight. Authorities later found a 62-year-old woman dead inside the home. Investigators have not released how the woman died or identified the person arrested. The sheriff's department says this appears to be an isolated incident.
Meanwhile, the Beaver Dam Fire Department's investigating an apartment fire. It happened early Sunday morning on Highway 151 near Beaverland Parkway. Crews got it under control pretty quickly. No one is hurt. No one was home at the time. The department's investigating the cause.
Now to continuing coverage. Tensions between the United States and Iran remain high. Iran's president says the country will not agree to U.S. demands to limit its nuclear program, despite new threats of U.S. military action.
It comes as the U.S. continues bolstering its forces near Iran. The USS Gerald Ford, which was ordered to leave the Caribbean, was spotted near Gibraltar over the weekend. Meanwhile, U.S. and Iranian officials are expected to hold another round of nuclear talks Thursday in Geneva, Switzerland.
The New York Post is reporting Norah O'Donnell is set to host CBS Mornings this week. O'Donnell co-hosted the highly rated show with Gayle King and Charlie Rose. It comes as she's on a book tour for her new book, We the Women. It's sparking chatter that she may return after a 7-year hiatus. A source close to CBS News says O'Donnell is not being considered for the role, but is a part of a rotating cast of people until a third host is named. CBS News has not commented on the rumors.
Well, here at home, if you live on Madison's near West Side, you have the opportunity to meet your Alder.
A meet and greet is happening today at the Midtown Police District from 6 to 8 p.m. Alders Regina Vitiver of District 5, Bill Tischler of District 11, and Tag Evers of District 13 are expected to attend. Residents ask questions and share ideas, but you will need to RSVP. More information is available on the City of Madison's website.
All right, 6:07 now. In your morning health watch, another racket sport is growing in popularity in the U.S., and some fans believe it could overtake pickleball. It's called padel, not paddle. It has over 30 million players globally. It's popular in Europe and Latin America and in the U.S. It's growing from just 20 padel courts in 2019 to more than 650 last year. If the trend holds, the U.S. Padel Association estimates that by 2030, there will be more than 30,000 courts and over 10 million players. One padel facility owner says the popularity of pickleball has gotten people interested.
It's just a notch higher than what pickleball is. The sport is a combination of squash and tennis played by doubles in a glass steel enclosure.
Still don't get it, but okay. Padel has also become a favorite for celebrities and professional athletes. Maroon 5 singer Adam Levine and soccer superstar Lionel Messi are among those raving about the sport. Have you ever heard of this before?
I have not, but you know, hey, it's something new on this. Actually, I do see this. I've seen this at a gym before, but you know,
Here in
it's something
town?
new. No, it's like back at home. Back at home, yes. But hey,
Yeah.
something
All
to
right.
do. Keep you up and active.
And those paddle sports,
Yes.
I don't know, people are loving those.
They're on the rise. Well, let's check in with Savannah. Savannah, temps a little bit low this morning for people heading out the door.
Yeah, it's definitely a cold start, so you're going to want to bundle up. When you factor in the wind chills, even though our temperature is at 16 right now, wind chill makes it feel like we're down to about 2 degrees here in Madison, 0 in Camp Douglas. And then we've got wind chills that are sub-zero northwest of here, up in Viroqua and La Crosse. We are seeing a few light flurries, decent amount of cloud cover right now, but we will see the sunshine later in the day. Temperature will be close to 20 by 10 in the morning, and then we will be topping out in the mid-20s, below average. We do have some warmer days ahead, but also some snow to track.
All right, Savannah, thank you.
Hey, still ahead, we are kicking off our Spirit of Service campaign this morning. Josh Breiter is live in the 608 to tell us how we can nominate a veteran who deserves it.
You're watching News 3 Now this morning. Moving forward.
It is a big day in the 608. We are kicking off Spirit of Service 2026.
Josh Breiter is live in Barneville this morning with how you can support veterans in our community.
Hey, good morning to you guys. We are looking for veterans doing amazing things right in your own community right now. Today is the first day to submit those nominations online at channel3000.com as News 3 Now partners up with Vortex Optics, and that's exactly where we're at this morning, where Kella Knopfsinger is joining us. Kella, good morning to you.
Good morning, Josh.
Spirit of Service 2026 underway.
Yeah, here we are. We're so excited. Another year for us in the books, and just a time that we look forward to here at Vortex.
This is year number 4 for Spirit of Service,
Yeah.
and this has continued to grow year after year. Why do you think that is?
Yeah, I just think people find so much value in honoring those who have not only served our country, but continue to come back to their own communities and serve in just incredible ways.
And we have so many veterans in our own backyard that deserve this recognition. So what exactly is the Spirit of Service Award that you guys award?
Yeah, Spirit of Service started for us as a way to honor and recognize veterans within our own communities that are just doing incredible work. They've already served our country, they come back, and they're doing amazing things within their own communities. And we wanted to find a way to honor them and recognize them. And with the help of Channel 3000 and all of the viewers, we've come across some incredible people doing amazing things.
Oh, absolutely. We have a graphic we want to put up on the screen right now that kind of explains the process of this, because this is what it's all about.
Yeah.
It is a viewer operation. So how does this work?
Yeah, so like you said, nominations open up today. They run for a couple of weeks, and after the nomination period ends, we have a group of individuals here at Vortex. We review every single nomination. So I know from last year, it's doubled. We have so many amazing nominations to review. And then we bring back the top 5 to all of you at Channel 3. You vote for us, and then Josh, you and I this year will get the amazing honor of surprising that recipient for this year.
Yeah, so that $5,000 check that goes to whatever wish that they want. And a lot of these folks have incredible stories, whether they're with nonprofits, organizations.
Yep.
I think that just goes to show that their service didn't stop when they were done serving. It continues their entire lifetime.
Exactly, and that's just what we want to highlight and honor. These people have given so much already, and they continue to give, and we just want to be a small piece in that.
And you mentioned, you know, it doubled last year. Every year we've done this, that number continues growing, which makes your guys' job a little bit more difficult to narrow it down, because these stories are incredible.
They're amazing. It is so hard to choose. Our group that reviews them in-house, I mean, it takes us at least a week or better to sit down, review, and it's such a hard job to narrow down to the top 5. But then all of you help us at Channel 3 pick out of that top 5.
Yeah, you wish you could kind of award it to everybody, right? Because they're all amazing.
Absolutely.
Awesome. Well, Kella, thank you so much for having us out. We're excited for another year. If you'd like to nominate a veteran, right now we're making it super easy for you. Just go to the top of channel3000.com and click on the link, Nominate a Veteran, guys. You have 4 weeks to do so plenty of time to make that happen. And we'll be naming that winner later on in April. So we're kicking off the process here bright and early, guys. What a great time to, you know, show a veteran some amazing recognition in your own community.
Yeah. We don't do it enough, and this is so easy to do. It's literally like the least we can do for these people who have given us so much.
Yes, some of my favorite stories come out of this.
They sure do.
Looking forward to it. Josh, thank you. Remember to let Josh know what inspires you in the 608. You can reach out on social media or email us for a chance to be featured.
All right, Savannah, got another chilly, just blisteringly cold start to the day, don't we?
Yeah, it is cold and we have wind chills factored in because it's breezy. Not as windy as last night, but definitely still a factor out there this morning to start the work week out. We're at 16 in Madison, 18 in Janesville, 14 in the Dells, and 12 degrees in Watoma. But when you factor in the wind chill, we're a lot colder out there. Feels like 2 in Madison, 3 in Janesville, a lot of us down to the lower single digits, but then even Viroqua and La Crosse below 0, -3, one of the cooler spots across southern Wisconsin up to our northwest in La Crosse. That's of course with the wind chill factored in. We're dry today, expecting sunshine with highs in the mid-20s, but then tomorrow we've got a quick round of wet packing snow that's going to move in. The Clipper-like system is set to bring us hourly rates up to about ½ inch an hour. Not super impressive, but we still could see some light accumulations out of that and impacts to our evening commute. Couple slick spots can't be ruled out. So that start time, 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. I think we'll see that peak 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. and then end 6 to 10 p.m. I think closer to about 8. That's already going to be well to our east towards Milwaukee. Here's the potential. Who has the best chance of seeing about a 1, maybe 2 inch snow? I think that's really going to be north of the city of Madison. This orange color, that's where you have that moderate chance, about a 40 to 70% chance of seeing a 1 to 2 inch snow. I think for the most part, Fond du Lac, Green Bay, Manitowoc, up in Door County, those areas have the best chance of seeing another couple inches. If you're headed south Madison towards Janesville, you've got a low chance. So future track has a few clouds here and there, expecting partly sunny skies. But then overnight, we will see some flurries well east of Madison again, similar to this morning where we wake up to a lot of cloud cover, and then clouds only thicken up from there on out. Starting at about 11 to 11:30 up near La Crosse and Black River, falls closer to late morning, early afternoon. That system moves in. Viroqua, Camp Douglas, the Dells, Watoma, closer to about 1 or 1:30. I think that'll move in for us across Dane County about 2 to 3 p.m. And then this is a look at 5:30. This model showing that already out of here. I think we could see this linger until about 7 p.m. But then, like I said, closer to about 7 to 8, that's already going to likely be Milwaukee and then eastward of even that area. We will see sunshine return Wednesday, and then our next chance of snow Wednesday night into Thursday morning. 40 on Saturday, after the 51 Friday. That's a brief warm up, and then we'll be cooler.
All right, thanks, Savannah. Check your first warn traffic this morning. Just have one incident that you might see on your way into work this morning. Got a disabled vehicle on the right shoulder of I-3990 southbound by County Highway N. And that's it. Otherwise, your drive time's looking pretty good this morning.
Right. Well, still ahead as Black History Month continues, we are continuing to share some things we use day-to-day life created by Black inventors.
And coming up in our next half hour, a powerful drug cartel leader killed, and it is sparking violence across Mexico. Ahead, hear from a group of Wisconsinites currently sheltering in place.
Welcome back. We've got a few more Black History Month facts to share with you folks today, starting with John Lee Love, who was a Black inventor who developed the portable pencil sharpener, and that was patented in 1897. So prior to the portable pencil sharpener, of course, people had to use knives to sharpen pencils, and obviously we don't want the kids in the classroom using their knives with their colored pencils.
Exactly. So it's the little things you think about, even for your eyeliner, anything else you can think of.
Absolutely.
We've got a pencil pouch that we keep for all of our, we got 4 kids, so we're constantly using these things, and they're always dull, so having that little thing in the pencil pouch has proven us very handy time and time again.
Yep, I bet it has. And in 1896, a Black inventor named Henry Jackson received a patent for his invention of the kitchen table.
Okay.
So as you guys are sitting down, having breakfast, watching your favorite News 3 Now This Morning show, you guys can remember that fun fact as well. And for my final fact we are sharing today is that America's first clock was also invented by an African-American mathematician. That's Benjamin Banneker. Now, he created that fully functioning clock completely out of wooden parts, and that was in the 18th century.
I say little things you don't think about or know, the things we take for granted sometimes.
Absolutely. Can you imagine sitting on the floor and having breakfast with your kids? And like, the table is kind of essential.
Yeah. Yes. The mess.
Brings everyone together.
Yes, absolutely.
Good stuff. All right, hey, we've got Some weather to talk about coming up. We have some changes in the forecast. A couple of chances we could see some precipitation this week. Look at that. On Friday, Savannah's got a high of 51. Not bad. She'll be back in just a few minutes to break down what else we could see. And coming up next, your voice matters in choosing Madison's next public art installation. We'll tell you how to get involved in the process. This morning, violence breaking out in Mexico as a Wisconsin group struggles to find out when they'll make it home.
Plus, the partial government shutdown is still underway this morning, where you might start seeing the most impacts.
And a new public art display coming to State Street, how you can get involved with the decision. Good morning, everybody. Thanks for tuning in to News 3 Now this morning on a Monday. I'm Chris Stanford.
And I'm Kyrie Lee. Thanks for waking up with us this morning. Hope you had a fantastic weekend.
Yeah, it was cold and blustery. I mean, it's so windy out there.
Yes.
You went and checked out the UW men's basketball game.
Yes, it was a game to see, definitely a very exciting game. But, you know, walking to the call center definitely took your breath away.
Yeah, let's check in with Savannah this morning, see if those winds have calmed down. Good morning.
Good morning. They have come down a little bit since what we had yesterday evening and overnight, but still breezy out there this morning. We're at 28 miles per hour in Madison, 26 in Janesville, 16 in the Dells, 17 in Prairie du Chien. So temperatures, for the most part, we're waking up in the teens, mid-teens at 15 in Madison, 14 in Wisconsin Dells, and 10 in Camp Douglas. When you factor in the wind chill, because it's still breezy outside, we're down to now -2 in Madison. So we do have some areas that are sub-zero. Everyone else, for the most part, in the single digits. Only 1 degree this morning in Watertown, 3 degrees in Janesville, and 4 in Watoma. We are tracking a warm day ahead on Friday, but we've got below average temperatures today, and then the snow that we're going to time out tomorrow, that's coming up.
Sounds good. New this morning, we are working to find out more about gunshots fired overnight.
Dispatch confirms it happened on Gannon Avenue in the town of Blooming Grove. This area is near Highway 30 in the Department of Corrections. Dispatch says just before 7:30, they got multiple calls about shots fired. It's unclear if anyone is hurt. We are working to learn more details this morning.
We're also learning about a stabbing that happened around 8:15 last night on Madison's west side. Authorities tell us it happened on Grand Canyon Drive near the U-Haul by Westtown Mall. Dispatch tells us someone walking by called about a disturbance. We're unsure if anyone is injured, but again, we're working to find out more.
Now to developing news out of Mexico. Violence is erupting in the West after the Army killed the leader of a powerful drug cartel.
Heavy smoke rising in Puerto Vallarta this morning after the killing of drug kingpin El Mencho. He is the boss of a criminal network known for drug trafficking in the U.S. The White House says that the U.S. provided intelligence support to help the operation that led to the shootout and his killing.
This was one of the most significant actions undertaken in the history of drug trafficking, almost at the same level as Chapo Guzman.
Meantime, the U.S. State Department warning Americans to stay inside. This affecting Wisconsinites, too, who traveled to Puerto Vallarta. Members of the Onalaska Hilltopper Rotary Club were in Mexico for a water filter distribution project. They woke up to car fires and military helicopters and are now sheltering in place in their resort.
Saw a couple of fires, smoke in the air, and didn't think much of it. Saw a gentleman who had come up to us, and he's saying, "Vámonos, vámonos, go, go." So we hightailed it back. Came back to kind of see what's happening in the hotel. There wasn't really anybody saying anything, but you could see and sense something was happening.
They were supposed to return yesterday, but their flights were canceled. The U.S. Embassy, meantime, is providing updates on the situation. The killing of El Mencho could lead to more unrest, too, as rival gangs now are challenging each other for control.
6:33 today, Congress meets as a partial government shutdown drags on. So far, lawmakers haven't reached a deal to fund the Department of Homeland Security. Democrats are demanding changes to immigration operations after federal agents shot and killed 2 U.S. citizens. The shutdown only affects DHS, including FEMA, the Coast Guard, Border Patrol, and TSA. Yesterday, DHS temporarily suspended TSA PreCheck and Global Entry, 2 of the most used travel security programs. TSA says staffing changes will be made case by case.
This morning, the FBI is looking into how a 21-year-old man made his way onto the secure perimeter of Mar-a-Lago. Sources say 21-year-old Austin Tucker Martin of North Carolina entered the area with a shotgun and a gas can early yesterday morning. The Secret Service says 2 of their agents and a local sheriff's deputy shot and killed Martin. No agents were injured in the incident. The president and the first lady were at the White House at the time.
In more local news, construction resumes today on 2 streets around Capitol Square. East Main and South Hancock will close at 7 a.m. in just about half an hour for underground infrastructure work. East Main will be closed to through traffic between South Webster and South Franklin streets. South Hancock will be closed between East Washington and East Main. The South Hancock Street cul-de-sac will also be closed. Officials have not announced how long this phase will last. The full project is expected to be completed by June 25th.
If you live on Madison's near west side, you have the opportunity to meet your alder tonight. There is a meet and greet. It's at the Midtown Police District from 6 to 8. Regina Vitiver for District 5. Bill Tischler for District 11 and Tag Evers for District 11 will all be there. You'll be able to ask your questions and share your ideas with them. If you're interested, you can find out more on the City of Madison's website, where you can RSVP for the event.
Don't forget, you have 5 days left to nominate your favorite restaurants, businesses, and people for Madison Magazine's Best of Madison. Just head to channel3000.com and write in your nomination in each category. There you can nominate once a day. Last day to nominate is February 28th.
Well, check this out. Artists are beginning presenting their proposals for public art near State Street's Campus Garage. City of Madison is sharing the proposals from the 3 finalists. The art will be displayed in the Hawthorne Court area just behind the W Bar. You can find more information about how to attend that meeting at the City of Madison's website. And then after that, a community survey will go out asking for your feedback before recommending a design to the Madison Arts Commission and the city's Common Council. An ad hoc public art committee will review the designs and recommend which proposal they think should be the winner. The selection will be announced in either March or April, and the work is set to be installed between September of this year and May of 2027.
Very nice. We have lots of talented people across the greater Madison area. So excited to see what they come up with.
Yeah, can't wait to see it.
Yes. Well, we also have a very talented meteorologist in the house.
Aww,
you know.
Thank you.
Savannah.
Appreciate it, Kyrian.
Of course.
Well, temperatures right now, 15, could definitely be better out there, especially when you factor in the wind chill that is unfortunately sub-zero at the Madison Airport right now and up near La Crosse and Viroqua. We will have the sunshine, just not until later in the day. We'll see some thicker clouds the rest of this morning as temperatures climb close to 20 at 10 in the morning. That's when I think by late morning, early afternoon, we'll start to see partly sunny skies and then only topping out in the mid-20s. So wish I could do better, but we will see a mild day ahead on Friday, only lasting 1 day though. We do have some snow showers to time out though ahead of that 50-degree day.
All right, Savannah, thank you. Coming up after the break, how a group of women are opening the doors for students of color 365 days of the year.
And coming up in the 608, we're kicking off our Spirit of Service campaign today. Josh Breiter is coming up in a little bit with how you can help us support our local veterans.
You're watching News 3 Now this morning. Moving forward.
Well, it is a big day in the 608 as we kick off Spirit of Service 2026.
Josh Breiter is live in Barneveld this morning with how you can support veterans in the community. Good morning.
Good morning, guys. The time is now to nominate a veteran doing something good in your community, as News 3 Now is partnering up with Vortex Optics once again for the Spirit of Service. And now it's 2026, and we're back with Kella Knopfsinger here. Kella, good morning to you.
Good morning, Josh.
So Spirit of Service, this has grown year after year, and this is such an honor for us to be part of, and that's really a big mission behind Vortex, too.
Yeah, absolutely. We're so excited to have another year of Spirit of Service. It's been an awesome program for us to just honor and recognize those veterans within our own communities who are just doing incredible work.
And this is year number 4, and it continues to grow year after year. I know our nominations nearly doubled last year compared to the previous year.
Yeah, absolutely. It's doubled. We have so many amazing nominations that come in. We have a crew of us here at Vortex that have the honor of reading through all those nominations, and you just read so many amazing stories and wish we could do this for everybody. But ultimately, we do have one award recipient that'll get that $5,000 again this year.
And it's so amazing because a lot of these folks that we'll be able to meet and introduce our viewers to, they have a story. They're working with organizations and nonprofits, and many times they take that money that you guys award and they put it right back into the community.
Yes, they do. I know Meg Nolan, last year's winner, she put it right back into that after-school program that she was working on out of her own pocket. So it's super fun to see. It's fun to see how far they've come and past nominees and recipients from the years prior to.
Yeah, we'll be catching up with Megan here in a couple of weeks to kind of see what she's been up to. And I think that's what's so cool is, you know, you wish you could award all of these hundreds of folks that people nominate because they're all doing just incredible things because their service didn't end when they left overseas or when they left their base, right?
Absolutely, and that's truly what we love, and we love to honor at Vortex is that spirit of service, which is why we call this Spirit of Service. Like you said, it doesn't leave. It's who they are, and you see that reflected in the work that they do in their communities.
We have a graphic we want to put up on the screen right now that kind of explains the process. And honestly, this is one of the most simple nomination processes that you can do. So let's talk about it.
Yeah, pretty easy. Nominations open today. Nomination period runs for the next couple of weeks. So Channel 3000, Spirit of Service, nominate a veteran in your community that's doing some great work. And then after nomination entries are done, we have a group of us here at Vortex. We read through every single nomination, and we have the really hard task of narrowing down to our top 5. Like we said, there's so many great nominations that come in, but we bring our top 5 back to all of you at Channel 3, and all the viewers at Channel 3000 help us narrow down to that recipient.
Yeah, this is one of my favorite campaigns because I get to meet all these veterans.
Yeah.
And you're right. It's hard to narrow it down because all these people are doing such amazing work in their own community, in their own backyard.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's so tough for us, but with the help of all of you at Channel 3000, we always find that amazing recipient year after year and just amazing nominees.
Well, here's the 2026.
Yeah.
We're up and at it again. Kella, thank you so much.
Thanks,
we
Josh.
appreciate it. Again, channel3000.com, right at the top of the page. We're making it nice and easy for you. All of the dates and everything you need to know is right there. Today's the first day to nominate, and our winner will be announced later on in April, guys. You're going to be hearing a lot about Spirit of Service over the next few weeks, and this is one of our favorite campaigns in really giving back to the community, guys.
Yes, some of the best stories come out of these nominations, so I love it.
The people alone, their stories, so inspiring. I can't wait to see who we get to meet this year. Josh, thank you.
Well, time now is 6:44. This morning, people on the East Coast are waking up to a powerful winter storm.
More than 40 million Americans are under blizzard warnings this morning as we take a live look at snow-covered Times Square. A ban on non-essential travel is in effect this morning. It's the city's first blizzard in nearly a decade. FlightAware showing nearly 3,500 flights canceled yesterday, more than 7,000 delayed. Even more delays and cancellations today.
Well, let's take a look at how this is impacting us locally here. So at Dane County Regional Airport, there are several flights to the East Coast that were canceled so far. That includes one flight to Washington, D.C., one to Philadelphia, and 3 flights to LaGuardia Airport.
Boy, about 1.5 feet of snow being reported in parts already this morning. Savannah, this is what's known as a bomb cyclone. Can you help explain what that is to people who aren't meteorologists like you?
Yeah, so over the span of 24 hours, the low pressure system has to drop like about 24 millibars, which is like dramatic when you're talking about winter systems and just storm systems in general. So yeah, wouldn't want to be on the East Coast.
No, I'm good.
Yeah.
I have nothing to complain about now because, yeah,
We're
It
not
could be
dealing with
that. Exactly.
We still have some snow that's in the forecast here the next couple of days, but nothing like what they're seeing on the East Coast. It is pretty cold outside this morning, 15 only. It is close to where we should be, but because it's breezy, our winds out of the north at 18 miles per hour, we do have wind chills factored in out there, unfortunately, all across southern Wisconsin this morning. And some of those, including us here in Madison, are sub-zero when you factor them in. We are waking up with a decent amount of cloud cover, expecting some midday sunshine as highs climb into the mid-20s. So it's still going to be below average. We are forecasting a warmer Tuesday, but a quick round of wet packing snow is set to move in southern Wisconsin. This will move in and out of here pretty quickly. It's a clipper-like system where we could see hourly rates up to about ½ an inch per hour. That's not super impressive, but I still think we could see some light accumulations and even some slick evening commutes out there for Tuesday. So that system set to arrive about 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. all across southern Wisconsin will move in from the northwest and then travel southeast, peaking at about 2 to 6 p.m. ending after 6 p.m. I think closer to 7 to 8, that'll be even towards Milwaukee at that point in time, out of here completely by 10. Here's who has the best chance of seeing a 1, maybe 2-inch event with this next system. I think we're looking at northern parts of Dane County up towards Watoma. Those areas in orange have a moderate chance, about 40 to 70% chance of seeing that. I think the bigger impacts and better chance for a few inches of snow is going to be north of Fond du Lac up towards Manitowoc, Door County, Green Bay, and more confined to central and also northeastern parts of the state of Wisconsin. Madison southward has a low chance of seeing that inch. I just think those places, trace amounts, still enough to cause a couple of slick spots out there. So let's time this out showing future track. Few clouds here and there through the day. We fall into the teens overnight, and then that system set to arrive closer to about 11:30 up towards La Crosse and Black River Falls. Places near Camp Douglas, Viroqua, the Dells, Watoma. I think that'll be closer to about 1 p.m. and then for us closer to about 2 to 3 p.m. and most of that system out of here closer to 7 p.m. Even as we get closer to dinner time, I think that system moves out of here completely. Not impossible we see flurries left over, but no accumulating snowfall after that point in time. And again, the system not going to be anything like the one that we just had Thursday into Friday. We're looking at just some light accumulations.
All right, Savannah, thanks. First warn traffic update. That disabled vehicle on I-3990 has been cleared, and we've got drive times in the green this morning. Well, it's the last week of Black History Month, but a group of women are opening doors for students of color. 365.
Our Michelle Renee Quinn shows us how Women in Focus is helping fund the future through scholarships and literacy programs.
For many families, the cost of higher education is a defining barrier. For Black students, that barrier intersects with broader inequities in resources, support, and opportunity. Women in Focus sees its scholarships as a critical tool to disrupt that cycle.
Our scholarships are like a catalyst, if you will. They really open doors of opportunities by alleviating that financial burden.
With a lack of resources such as mental health and mentorships, Women in Focus helps remove that financial barrier and attempts to bridge those inequities to students.
And when you take away that financial burden, students are able to open up more. They're able to open up to their creative potential. They're able to open up to more risk-taking and experiencing more out of their academic journey, so they're not worrying so much about how am I going to make these ends meet.
Scholarships are just one piece of the puzzle. Women in Focus also invest early in the literacy of children of color by working directly with parents and young mothers on reading with their children.
Getting books into the hands of children and working with parents and community members to continue to push reading on young children. Because if we can plant that seed early, we know that that confidence is going to build over time. And that confidence then is going to lead to the expectation of, I deserve more education. I deserve higher achievement in my life. And that does start with literacy.
Adney says Black History Month isn't just about celebrating Blackness or being Black.
It's about Black students sharing with all Americans their identity, their culture, their history, and just our shared American experience.
She shares this message to young Black scholars.
See your legacy, own it, take it with you, and just keep going, keep growing, keep learning, keep being hungry for opportunity and self-exploration and for helping others and giving back to your community, giving to yourself and giving to others, and taking the time to celebrate yourself. And in that celebration, let other people be a part of it.
Very inspiring, and we love to see this group of women giving back to our youth.
Oh yeah, such a commitment to community and, giving back specifically to the younger generations and setting them up for success, which we'll all benefit from.
Yes, it's just a domino effect.
It is.
We love to see it. Well, coming up in the morning sprint, the surprising connection between the U.S. men's hockey win and a game from the 1980s.
And we got a couple of birthdays to celebrate this morning. Happy birthday to Peyton. Hope you have a wonderful day. And Gabriel. Happy birthday, Gabriel. We're back with the sprint next. .654, time for the morning sprint.
We're working to learn more about a shots fired incident in Blooming Grove. Dispatch confirms it happened last night on Gannon Avenue near Highway 30 in the Department of Corrections. Dispatch got multiple calls reporting gunfire. Right now, it's unclear if anyone is injured.
We're also learning about a stabbing that happened around 8:15 last night on Madison's west side. Authorities say it happened on Grand Canyon Drive, right by the Beltline. It was near the U-Haul by Westtown Mall. Dispatch tells us someone was walking by and called about a disturbance. We're unsure if anyone is hurt, but we're working to find out more.
Mexican state, local, and federal officials, along with foreign governments, are urging people to stay home. Widespread violence erupted after the army killed the powerful leader of the Jalisco New Generation cartel. The White House confirms the U.S. provided intelligence support to help capture him. He was one of the most wanted criminals in both Mexico and the United States.
A win for the ages for U.S. men's hockey. Jack Hughes scoring the winning goal in a thrilling overtime victory. The win taking place exactly 46 years to the day after the miracle on ice when the U.S. team defeated the Soviet Union during the 1980 Olympics.
Well, temperatures right now are down to the teens when you factor in the wind chill because it's still a little breezy out there this morning. We've got a lot of sub-zero wind chills, including us here in Madison. Feels like the single digits pretty much everywhere else. Viroqua, La Crosse, Watoma also sub-zero this morning. We will see a high of 25. Not great, but we are going to reach 51 Friday. That's after we see two systems Tuesday and then again Wednesday late night that could bring us a little bit more of accumulating snowfall. But man, I was down in northern Illinois, so I dodged the system we got Thursday into Friday. Glad I wasn't here for it because some of those snow totals west and north of Madison were pretty impressive.
Yeah, indeed, but at least we're not in the Northeast.
Exactly.
So there we go.
Yeah.
Could always be worse.
Yes.
All right, Savannah, thank you.
CBS Mornings is next.
Have a great day.